What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Black Blade Uchiha coming to you with another video on this game Black Tech, and we're going to continue our series on the different factions within the game, and we're going to go our next video now on the Crypt faction. And as I've done before, I'm going to go over the heroes first, and then I'm going to go over a couple cards within the faction that I deem notable. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it. We have 2 legendaries and 1 epic. Let's start off with the epic. Alright, its aura skill of Natola Night Stalker is buffs all other Crypt allies, by 17% of this card's max strength, which is not bad. Then it has buffs all other Crypt allies by 10% of this card's max strength the first 3 times it attacks, which is very, very important to note. Is upon attacking, not when it kills. So it's really good. That's Inspired Necropolis. And its last ability, and that ability can be booked up to 35% and up to 5 times. Okay? And its last ability is Power of the Dead. Buffs all other with a resurrection effect or frost elemental type by 10% of this card's max strength, and can be booked up to 25%, which is really, really good. All right, and the next one we're gonna go over is Balthazar of Lethal. All right, his aura ability is debuffs all city enemies by 15% of this card's max strength. And the makers of this game, if you guys are watching this video or admins, please DM me on Discord. It is Black Blade Uchiha. DM me there and let me know if there is a lore between the different factions. I would love to know that, and I would also love to go over that lore in future videos if there is a lore. Alright, its next ability is a shield for itself. Alright, and then we have Elder Vampire, heals itself by 15% whenever another Crypt ally attacks, and can be booked up to 40%, so it heals itself when another card attacks, which is cool. And then also, last one is Inspired Necropolis, buffs all other Crypt allies by 10% of this card's max strength the first 3 times it attacks, and can be booked up to 35% and up to 5 times, which is not bad, and it's exactly the same as this ability for the epic. So, and either way, you're going to get the same ability. And the last one is Lich Albador. Guess how you say that? It's a bit aura ability is debuffs other city enemies by 15% of this card's max strength, the same as the last legendary. Its other ability is now, or base abilities, or whatever, how you want to go over it, is Blood Curse, debuffs a random enemy by 10% of this card's max strength the first 5 times it kills another unit, and can be booked up to 25%, which is not bad. Consume Will Crypt allies buff another random Crypt ally by 5% of this card's max strength when they die. By 5% of their max strength, when they die. And can be booked up to 25%, which is not bad. And then this is Raised Skeleton. Non-Crypt allies summon a Raised Skeleton with 100% when they die. So if you're going to use this guy, I would recommend using Witch, and then using some other Crypt allies or Crypt cards that I'm going to go over in a moment. Okay, so those are all the heroes. There's only 3 of them. And let's go into our honorable mentions. We're going to start off with the rares. First off, we have Skeleton Archer here. It's a 1-for-1 here. That means he only attacks 1 card, and that's it. All right, and he's pretty strong base at 1700 base. However, Skeleton Dragon, which is not as strong, nowhere near as strong, but as far as base, but it can be made stronger for 1. 2, its ability to crowd control is really good, especially since it's a ranged card. Ranged cards are invaluable, and they tend to be some of the better cards to use, not necessarily the best all the time, but the better cards to use in terms of utility and being able to shut off multiple cards at once without taking damage at itself. unless there's like retaliation or something like that. They're not gonna understand that. All right, and then those are the two ones I actually use too as well. The next one is Frost Ghost. I'm working on his kit now. He, to me, seems like a very, very Swiss Army knife type of card that you want to use in a variety of different situations. Not all the time, but in different situations. Because it has a piercing ability, right? And then it has buffs other Crypt allies by 15% of this card's max strength. The first 3 times it kills another unit, it can be built up to 5 times and 35%. And it freezes along with this 2-time random. So again, I'm working on this kit. It's a surprise. I'm gonna keep that a surprise until I work out the kinks on that. All right. And then the other card I wanted to mention is Necromancer. Now, Necromancer has an ability to put resurrection on all other allies, period. Not just Crypt, but all other allies. So if you have Necromancer, that's really, really good to have. It's going to help out a lot. And also, it has a buff other allies. So this faction is all about beatdown, control, and just buff. Like, it's nasty how strong this faction can be within itself. It's crazy. And all the uncommons has a buff other Crypt allies when it kills. So this faction is by far one of the strongest beatdown factions within the game. I can't even think of another faction that really comes close, to be completely honest. But that's what I feel. That's what I'm thinking. Check out the other cards within the faction as well, so you can get a better gist of the faction. And if you have enough cards of the faction and you want to make a deck out of it, by all means go for it. Don't be scared to try something different. You always learn something new when you try something different. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That's the end of this video. And I'll holler back at your boy. Peace.